Hello everyone, it's week 4 of the watercolour prompt in the Mixed Media Emporium, and the challenge this week is watercolour doodles. Now I know that last week's prompt had mixed reviews. Some of you absolutely loved it. It was the negative painting, by the way, and some of you found it really challenging. So this week let's do something really simple. We're going to do watercolour doodles, and you can make this as complicated or as easy as you like. Now I'm going to be using, to start off with, one of the artist trading coins that I made. Was it in week 1 or week 2? I think it was week 2. This was the texture challenge. This was one of the coins that I did using isopropyl alcohol with Brushos. So that's that background there. And you can see that I've pulled out some watercolour pencils as well. These are the Arteza watercolour pencils, and I've got a blue green, a mid green, a yellow and a yellow green. Use whatever you have. You could even use brush markers for this, or even watercolour paints. Use whatever you have. But I just want to start off by doing something really simple, and I'm just trying to decide which way round I want it to go. I think I want it this way round. I'm just going to start off by drawing myself a leaf. Let's start off at the top. Just a really simple leaf shape, doing nothing complicated here whatsoever, and then draw myself a stem. So that's the start there, and then I just want to draw myself a few more leaves. Here we go. They do not have to be perfect in any way, shape or form. And I just find it easier to move my paper around. Here we go, like this. And we'll have one more on here, like so. There we go, that will do fine. So that's my basic design. So it doesn't get much easier than that. Then I'm just going to use these pencils here just to add some gradient here. Now with watercolors, normally you would start light to dark. I'm going dark to light. I don't know whether that's the right thing to do, but that's the way I'm doing it. And you can see that I'm just adding some of all of these colors of these watercolor pencils, just like this. And I'm going to do the same, pressing really lightly. So you can do them all at once if you want to with the different watercolors, but you can see how I did that there. Really loose and scribbly. Did I add any to this one here? So starting off with the darkest in my case, going slightly lighter, just like this. Really simple. And then we can perhaps add some doodles in a second, adding that green, yellow green. I really like this this colour. And then finally adding the yellow at the tip, just like this. And of course these are water soluble, so we can get some really nice effect by just adding water in a second. There we go, just like that. Now I just want to activate these, and I'm going to be using one of the Arteza miniature brushes. These are the small watercolor brushes or acrylic brushes. I'm not really sure what they're for. Now I'm just going to dip. I've got a jar of water here, so I'm just dipping my paintbrush in the water, and I'm just going to activate that watercolor pencil just like this. And of course the outline that I used was watercolour as well, so we can get a really nice whimsical effect. And I'll do this on all of these petals. I think that looks really effective. And you can see the difference between the ones that I've activated with water and the ones that have just got the pencil in its own right. Let me just show you. Isn't that pretty? Now I've given this a quick dry with my heat tool, and before I do anything else I'm just going to ink around the edges using some frayed burlap in Distress ink, just to frame it. I always think this looks nice, draws attention to the centre and frames everything. gives it more of a vintagey, shabby chic look as well. So there we go. That's that done. And then I just want to add some doodles to the centre of the page. Now I've got one of my Jelly Roll white pens. This is the Jelly Roll Secura pen. And all I'm going to do is just add some touches of white just around the centre of the leaves. Let's add some down the centre here as well. Just loose and scribbly. Just like this. Really like how this looks. Then of course we can add some veins to the leaves if we want to as well. You can add as much detail as you want to. I like how that looks. Loose and scribbly. Nothing too perfect here at all. And look how cool that looks. Now I could either leave that here, or I could add a butterfly. I've got this tiny weeny die cut butterfly that was sent to me from my friend Laura. I'm just going to go around the edge with some more of that frayed burlap just to frame it. This has got a pearlescent finish. I don't know whether you can see here, and I just think that would look really cute just added to that coin. Just a really simple touch. You know, it's so small, you don't need anything too much. Let's add a tiny dab of glue here, and then I think that would make a beautiful embellishment for a greetings card, or to send out just as an artist trading coin for a swap. So where do I want that to go? Let's just pop that there. Don't overthink it, Nina. Just pop it down. Isn't that cute? Now the second doodle is using another one of those artist trading coins that I created in week 2. So let's have a look and see what we can do with this one here. I just want to try and create some cow parsley. So I'm just going to draw some lines here like this. Really thin lines. There we go. And then we can just draw this out like this. And like this, and just one in the center like so. And then we just need to just really simply just draw some lines like this. So again, really simple. Anyone can do this. You could even do this in black. If you don't have a white pen, do it in black instead. And then we'll just draw some lines like this. So really quick, really simple, really easy. Like that. And then all we need to do then is just add some little dots. And then we can just fill this in here as well. Let's just fill this in just to give it a bit of depth, and just add the center just like this. Maybe fill that out a bit here like so. And I think that looks really cool. And again, we can just ink around the edge with some Distress ink, and I think that will finish that off really, really nicely. Now I'm just thinking that I should maybe add just a bit more like this. Like so. Maybe one more here as well. You can add as many as you want to. That looks better. Now you can see I've added another stem to this one here. I've also done another leaf painting here, and I get asked all the time, what on earth do you do with these once you've finished making them? So let me give you some ideas. I've cut some cardie paper here to 2 3/4 inches square. Of course, the artist trading coins are 2.5 by 2.5 inches in diameter. So I've cut the squares to 2 3/4, which just gives a little bit of allowance. So I've done this for all three of them. So we've got one of these here, and all I've done, you can see that I've distressed the edges, and I've just done that using my scissors. So using the rough side here, all I've done is just go down here like this, up at the top, just to distress it, and I've gone round all of the edges just like this. So that's how I've done that. I think that gives it a really nice distressed look. So bring back my frayed burlap, because of course that's the colour I've used to go around the outside of the coins, and I'm going to do the same for this here as well, for all of them, and this will just frame these really nicely, and the ink will just catch on those distress edges. So you can see I've distressed around the edges of all of these. I've also applied some glue stick to the back of my coins, and I'm just going to simply glue these down, and I'll need to weight these down underneath a heavy book. So just making sure that I've got these nice and central, just like this. I can use a bone folder. What have I done with it? Here we go, this one will do, just to make sure that those are nice and firmly glued down. I've got glue on all of these, so let me just stick these down as well. Now these have been weighted down underneath a heavy book, and they're firmly stuck down now. Now of course the coins measure 2.5 by 2.5 inches. This cardie paper here is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and then I've got myself 3 more patterned mounts which measure 3 inches by 3 inches. Now let's have a look. What shall we do with these? Now I've got this one here for this one. I think that will look really, really cool. I like that a lot. Now this one here, I think this side, whichever one of these I add it to, is just a little bit too much. So I think I'm going to use the opposite side. So that's what that looks like. So that one's going to go on there like that, and this one here on this piece of paper like this. So I'm just going to stick these down with a glue stick as well. So as you can see, I've decided to turn my 3 by 3 inch squares into greetings cards. I've mounted them onto cardie paper, which is textured cotton rag paper. It's just beautiful. This is quite thin cardie paper. It comes in different weights, but really nice and inexpensive to use. I've cut this down to 3 3/4 by 5.5 inches, which I think is perfect for the 3 by 3 inch squares. So that's what those look like. And as I said at the beginning of the video, people are always asking me what you can do with the backgrounds that we make quite often in these videos. So I hope that this has given you some ideas. So just to recap, the challenge for this week is watercolour doodles, and you can either do something similar to what I've done here, or to give you some more ideas, I'll leave the link to these videos here in the description box below. This was a watercolour doodle I did for a similar challenge we held in the group a couple of years ago. This was just made using really cheap Artist Loft watercolour paints. Love this piece here, so I'll leave the link to this video as well. I also did some watercolour doodle cats. Again, I'll leave the link to this video in the description box below. And of course, don't forget to go and check out Kylie's video and see what she's been up to this week as well. But if you've enjoyed my video this week, as always, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. Do let me know what you think in the comments below. And most importantly, thanks for watching. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.